What's up guys, welcome to Ostling channel. In this video what I'm going to talk about starting up detailing business. If you have no experience or very little experience and you want to start your car care venture, watch this video. I will give you some tips and advices. At the beginning of this video I'm going to give you my story, how I started detailing, when I started, also what we do these days. So I hope the video will be bit of inspiration for you as well. So if you're first time on my channel, my name is Peter. I live in Ireland for the last 20 years. My car care venture started in 2010. My place is based in Fairbairn, County Offaly. It's a relatively small place. Most of people think that there is no hope to run successful big detailing business in place like this. However, I did it, so this is the best proof that no matter where you are, you can do it. So initially I started from mobile valeting. The biggest difficulties were that I had no experience in car care, had no experience in the business. Also, I didn't have money to get even right setup. So what I done that time was I bought sort of very basic equipment. I used my own car as a transport to drive to customers to do the services. Overall, after a couple of months, I decided that I don't want to do mobile services, so I have to find or make some place that I can work in. So a couple of months after what I did, I didn't have enough budget to rent a place. It probably wouldn't be the best idea to do it at that time, as I didn't have customer base built yet. So what I did was I built small shed at the side of my house on the driveway. The shed did the job for a couple of years. I didn't have massive overheads. I was able to learn the trade properly there. Once I built enough customer base to keep me going, to have the constant workflow, I decided to move to the premises. The place I had beside the house was actually too small anyways at the time. The place didn't look the best also as an image of company, so I decided to step up the game and I started to rent these premises. Also in 2016, because I had lots of inquiries from my customers where to get good quality products, and there was no really place around, and still till today in this area my place is the only place that sells good quality car care products. But that time I started with one brand, ADBL, and over the years I built the shop to the point where we have over 40 brands now, and we are in the first 5 biggest shops in Ireland. Another thing I wanted to challenge myself in, and this became quite successful for me as well, was I started to deliver detailing courses. Started to teach people how to do machine polishing, how to do other aspects of detailing. Also around the same time, what I decided to sort of upgrade my skills when it comes to detailing, and especially to interior of the car, was I went for a course on leather restoration. And that became very successful for me as well. Over time, I also started to deliver courses in leather restoration. So when it comes to my business, the goal is to sort of provide solutions for as many people as possible. And in the case of services, we have solutions for car owners. Leather restoration is another one. But also we deal with people that they start detailing business, but also with well-established businesses when it comes to product supplies. I started this venture on my own. However, these days my team is 5 people, so that includes me, my girlfriend. I have 2 full-time employees and also have 1 part-time. So overall, I think I built very successful business. I can make living of it. I can make living of what is my passion, and this is the biggest success that you can, I think, have. If you do what you like to do, you never work one day in your life. So if you're planning to start detailing business, let me give you some advices that might be very helpful for you in your journey. So basically, if you have no experience, what I strongly suggest you is do as much research as you can in the process that is involved in car care. Starting from washing cars properly, doing the interiors, then paint corrections, ceramic coatings. Having the proper knowledge of how to do the process correctly is extremely important. That's because if you make mistakes, and especially if you start to work on customers' cars, those mistakes might be very expensive for you. Where you can learn the basics, where you can learn the process. Initially what you can do is go on YouTube. There's lots of different channels showing how to do the detailing process. Also another great source of information are forums, detailing forums. The best one I could recommend is Detailing World. There is tons of valuable information that once you spend time to look for the proper knowledge, you will find it. Of course, watching YouTube and reading forums is not really great without putting that into practice. But before you practice, I would say do the research, then practice. Another way of learning the basics is attending detailing courses. Everywhere these days, like I imagine in every country, you have detailing courses available for beginners. You can do more advanced courses. In Ireland, there is a couple of places. Course will be sort of really good option to start, as you'll be able to see how it's done. Of course, 1 or 2 day course is not going to make you professional. This is sort of something that a lot of people think that once they attend course, they will be able to start the business tomorrow and sort of make huge money from it. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. It takes a couple of years to learn sort of detailing at really high standard. In the next step, what I would definitely do, I would do a good bit of research about the products and the equipment that you need to do the process. In my next video, I'm going to talk about the equipment that you need to start detailing and that you basically need to make the work effective. At the start, I don't recommend you to spend huge money on your startup kit. The reason of that is I would recommend you to start to do the job, get your basic sort of startup kit, do some of that work and see whether this is something you really want to do. Some people say that they love cars or they love to clean their own car, but that doesn't really mean that this is the perfect scenario and you definitely will make it a long-term business. What you need to have to make long-term business is you definitely need to have the passion for the process that you're doing then. If you don't enjoy the process, I don't think it will work for you. Also, what you need as well, you need to have willingness to learn and improve yourself at all the time. When you have the equipment sorted, what I would do is I would start to practice the process on family and friends' cars. This way you will be able to learn the process and you'll be able to improve yourself all the time. But also what I would put a lot of attention to is try to make your work efficient. So definitely give yourself some time, try to practice as much as you can so you get some experience, work on efficiency and try to achieve as high standard as possible. Once you'll be able to offer at least decent quality standard of your work and you'll be able to do the job efficiently, then this is the time where you should actually start to think about moving forward and start to offer services to the public. When it comes to the car care industry, most of people when they start up their venture is that they start with the lowest possible prices in hope that they will attract lots of customers, that they will make great business out of it. However, I kind of know myself these days that starting the business this way is the most harmful way you can start with. The reason of that is when you start with the lowest prices and your customers most of the time will be local people. Once you establish yourself as a cheap place, that's how people will recognize you. This also applies to the quality. The quality you offer in your area, that's how people will know you. So I think it's way better to sort of start with at least decent level, set up your prices right. This way you will be able to make sort of living from it and also you will be able to improve your business. Another thing that you might need to get sorted out is getting some sort of workplace. In my case, as I mentioned before, I built a little shed beside my house, so this way I didn't have expenses. I could start to learn the process, I could start to sort of deliver services there without having huge overheads. So even doing something like I did could be one of the solutions for you if you don't have a proper garage yet. Also, another thing you can do is try to find some unused space. Maybe someone from the family or friends might have some sort of shed, garage, whatever, that they will let you to use it. Another option what you could do is maybe try to find some garage that maybe sells cars or something to related with cars. They might have some unused place that you could use it. If it was garage that sells cars, what you could offer to them is you could offer a small fee. Let's say if you use it part-time, you use it a couple of days a week, that they let you to use it for a small fee. Or maybe even other option would be offer them that you clean cars for them and for that you will use their space. Overall, what I would say is at the start, or if you have a bit of experience but you don't have the constant workflow yet, I wouldn't recommend you to go into premises, because if you go to premises, you will put a lot of pressure on yourself. You are better off to wait and find some place that you can afford for length of time, let's say couple of months, even if you don't have constant workflow. In my case, it took me almost 6 years between the time I started till I could move to premises, having proper workplace. However, the times were completely different. Back then, nearly nobody knew what detailing is, what sort of benefits it can give to the car. Another very important thing, I would suggest you to try to have some sort of alternative source of income. When I started, I got back to work allowance, so the back to work allowance kept me going for the first 2 years. After that, I still wasn't fully established to be able to make living from car care. So what I did, I found job as a security. At the start, I was working like 4 or 5 days a week. The rest of the time I spent working on cars, and gradually I sort of had the opportunity to reduce my shifts in the security and work more on cars. And this way I could build it gradually without putting myself under huge stress of being fully dependent on income from the car care. After long 6 years of hardship, everything sort of started to click together for me. So I got this premises. Also, I could give up the security job and I could start to work full-time on detailing. When to register the business? In my case, I registered the business from the first day. This was the term of getting the back to work allowance. However, I would say try to do it maybe not from the very start when you buy your equipment, but do it as soon as practical. You can register yourself as a business even if you work full-time somewhere and you'll be doing this just part-time. Big part of business is doing the paperwork, and the sooner you get sort of familiar with that, the better for you. Once you get fairly comfortable with what you do, what I would suggest you strongly is try to test the ground. What I mean by that is try to see whether cars you've done for family, friends, whether they would pay you the price that you would need to charge if you were running full-time business. Of course, everyone will be clapping your back when you do their cars for free or for very little charge. But when it comes to business, you will have a lot of overheads that you will need to pay. So the price you will have to charge your customers will be much higher. Another little tip I will give you is when you're trying to start your first business, you might be looking for advice from family, friends. But what I would say is avoid looking for advice from people that they never run their own businesses. In most cases, those people will tell you don't do it because it's too risky. But that's basically their own perspective. Try to find advice from people that they run businesses and they're doing well. Those people have experience in doing all the stages to build their business, and in most cases, those people they have no issues to give you the information, give you good advice. To recap the video, what I can say is, if you're planning to start your business, especially if it's your first business, detailing overall, it's not the most difficult to start up, and also the cost of startup are not high. You can start it gradually without spending fortune on it. However, to make it long-term, well-doing business, you have to put a lot of effort. So don't jump into the sea while you can't swim well in a shallow river. Do it gradually, step by step. Build up your knowledge, build up your skill in the detailing, in the business. This way you have great chance to succeed. But what most important is, if this is something you want to do, don't leave it till tomorrow, don't leave it till next month, don't leave it till next year, don't wait for the better times, as the better time might never come. This is everything in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the advices I gave you will be helpful for you. If you want to learn more, if you want to find out more, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make more videos about this subject. I will share my almost 15 years experience with you. So if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, make sure you do, so you won't miss any of those videos. If you have any questions, comment below, and see you on the next one.